Hello and welcome back to Cryptid Hauntings, the show where we ask the important questions like, did someone steal my package or did I just imagine someone knocking at the door? Today we'll explain the hauntings somewhere close to home, the Old Tooele Hospital and Asylum 49. But first, what's your favorite cover song? Chris, we'll start with you today.
So, I have two. Well, I have several, but Hurt by Johnny Cash is probably one of my favorites.
That's a good one.
And then
Who sings it originally?
9 Inch Nails.
Okay.
And then
They forfeited the rights to that song when he said, that song was written for Johnny Cash. It is no longer my song.
Yep.
Still a cover. But I agree. It is a Johnny Cash song.
Yep.
Now, I Will Survive by Cake. I like that cover better than the original.
That's a good one. That's a fun one.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't either.
I like it better than the original.
It's a friend of mine's karaoke song.
Is it really? That's
Yeah, you don't
hilarious.
have to sing it.
No, you don't.
I'm going to have to listen to that. I don't think I've heard it.
It's pretty good.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, Mark, what's your favorite cover song or songs?
I have two also. One is Whiskey in the Jar,
Is that the Metallica version?
Metallica version.
And say Metallica is the remake.
They owned it.
They
It is
did.
their
did.
song.
It's-
Well, if you
So
ask,
good.
if you ask people who's the whiskey, it's Metallica.
And then Behind Blue Eyes, Limp Bizkit.
Yep.
Yeah, that one's good too. Although I do like the original.
I do, but
I think Limp Bizkit did a better job.
No, they didn't do a better job. They just
They made it their
They
own.
made it
owned
their own.
it.
Yeah.
That's the thing about a good cover song is if you own it, it becomes yours.
So it's like Iris by Bare Naked Ladies. I know Breaking Benjamin and Diamante redo it, and it's good.
Pam.
I don't know. I really like covers. Like my playlist on Spotify's acoustic covers. There's a great one of Hot in Here. It's the only reason why I know the lyrics. That one's not my favorite. I really like Dancing in the Dark by Eddie Berman. It's originally a Boss song, but I just like the acoustic version. It's
very
really
good.
nice.
I have to say my favorite is the ultimate cover, All Along the Watchtower by Jimi Hendrix. It's originally a Bob Dylan song. And like you said, he just owns it.
There's not much Hendrix to just own.
No, you're right. Hendrix was a god, but
I was gonna say, but if it ends up being like a Bob Dylan, is it really a cover? Because
Bob Dylan.
I would say most of the things that Bob Dylan wrote that other artists performed, I enjoy much better than Dylan. I'm not a Dylan fan.
His talent
He's a
shines in his writing.
fantastic songwriter.
Yeah.
I do not enjoy his voice.
We're going to get some hate for that.
I know I am. It's one of my unpopular opinions. I do not like Bob Dylan.
Which
Do I enjoy my Peter, Paul, and Mary remix that Dylan did? You betcha.
that's where we're all so weird, and I'm sad I missed the who's your favorite or what's your favorite genre question while I was, changing
Dying.
the batteries in my
Walkman.
Walkman. But our music listenings are so broad, right? Because when you said Peter, Paul, and Mary, I was just like, nostalgia. Like, I love Peter, Paul, and Mary, but I love Metallica. I love Limp Bizkit. I love
Right.
Korn. I love, like...
I would say that question was pretty hard, I will say.
It was hard.
I stick in my emo music, but like
I love 2000s
I listen
emo.
to so much. Like my night songs that I've sung to my child since he was born are what is it? Stars Shining Right Above You. So it's a Mamas and the Papas and Aretha Franklin song. I like the Mama and the Papas remake. We sing Van Diemen's Land, and we sing Stew Ball, which is Peter, Paul, and Mary, which is a remake of folk. So like those are my night songs.
You listen to, like, my at-work playlist. It's anywhere from Red is the Rose to the Dead South to... what's the band name? It's like Therium or something like that. It's like the screamiest of death emo music you could possibly listen to, where you can't understand anything.
No.
Trivium, sorry. trivium.
I agree. I go from plunderphonics, which nobody likes, to electronica, which nobody likes, to the blues, which everybody likes.
To a point, right?
I mean, if you're talking rock and roll, the rock
It's the
is
basis,
just the blues. Right.
But anyways, that's a segue from. I just was sad I missed it.
Yeah, I
Well-
listen to everything. Like at work, we sit there and listen to country, and then I go in my car and I listen to Slaughter to Prevail because they're heavy, and it's like I need something heavy.
I would say at work, that's what I listen
Or Alex the
to. I listen
Terrible.
to like this acoustic covers because most of them are edited, and I work in a place where I have to have the edited versions of things. Or I listen to postmodern jukebox, which is again covers, and they're usually big band covering things. Their version of Teenage Dirtbag
That one's good.
is great because it's supposed to be Janis Joplin, and we in this room know how I feel about Miss
I
Joplin.
think we all know. And we all have similar things.
The
listeners
listeners don't know. How do you feel about Janis Joplin, Pam?
I really like Janis Joplin.
But you don't like.
No, I do. Remember one of the time I wanted to be a dirty hippie?
Yeah, I do.
The time singular you wanted
Yeah,
to be?
it was a time period of my
The
life
decade.
and a half, maybe.
It's kind of still going on.
It's funny though, because like we're sitting at work one day and they were like, guess this song, and they were like, haha, we're gonna get Mark, and they put on like show tunes.
That's how we spent our Sundays.
F you guys, I owned this.
That was my favorite day in biology class. Is he put on? We had a extra credit assignment, which was him playing classic rock music, and not only could I name the classic rock, the band, and the album it was on, there were some of them that I'm like, well, it came out this year, and he's just like, you're not allowed to play next time. Like,
So I had the same teacher. He told me, Gardner, you sit out. I'm like, all right.
Anyways, we're music buffs. We like our music, and we don't really discriminate when it comes to music.
I
I
say right
listen to
now, I'm
everything.
stuck in Kirtan.
I do discriminate though. Rap is not my thing.
I say I don't like the pop stuff.
I listen to anything and everything.
Not pop. What's the like
The hip hop.
the Cardi B crap? What's that stuff?
Rap.
It's hip hop, or it's
R&B, hip-hop.
Yeah, not a fan. But like you throw Eminem down,
See, but I like
that's rap.
I like
I like it. I like it a lot.
Beastie Boys. I like the Beastie Boys.
See, I listen to like everything. I'm not a big rap fan, and then like my husband is now it's kirtan, but before it's gangster rap. So I put on things, and he's like, "I don't even know what this is." I'm like, "How could you not know what this is? It was always on." And then I have to realize he listens to crap.
So that was a pretty good diatribe. But we're talking about the Tooele State Hospital, also known as Asylum 49. So before we start this, should we pronounce Tooele or Tooele?
It's
it's
Tooele.
Tooele.
If you're not out in Utah, it looks like Tooele because it's spelled Tooele, but it's Tooele.
Very strange.
It's like hurricane, which is spelled hurricane, but it is hurricane.
Or Nephi, which is Nepi.
It's Nephi.
Mephistopheles according to iPhones.
If we go into this, we're gonna need like a 14-hour disclaimer on stupid ass Utah city names.
Okay, we won't go into it. So
it's Tooele.
Tooele, Utah is west of West Jordan and Sandy. It is a quiet town with a dark reputation, home to one of Utah's most infamous haunted locations. Today, it's known as Asylum 49. The original hospital in Tooele no longer stands. The site has undergone multiple transformations. In 1913, it was originally built as a county poorhouse. Later, it became a hospital. Eventually, it was converted into elder care facility, and today it operates as the senior care facility and has been transformed into the haunted attraction Asylum 49. That's a spook alley for those who don't know what that is.
And honestly, like I almost bought a house like 2 blocks from this place. And when you drive by, it's just an unassuming building. It honestly looks like a school. I thought it was a school, and then I saw Asylum 49 across the top, and I was like, oh, that's Asylum 49!
I know exactly what that is.
But it's literally looks like a schoolhouse.
Yeah. Well, like he was saying, it still operates as half of it's the haunted attraction, the other half is still the elderly care facility.
Right. So many believe that the land itself holds trauma of every phase that it's gone through. In 1953, the hospital was dangerously underfunded, so underfunded that it did not have a morgue. Deceased patients were stacked in an unrefrigerated room, left until the county coroner arrived.
That's so gross.
It is.
That stinks so
and,
bad.
So disrespectful and so gross.
I mean, but like, being from here, knowing where Tooele is, the county coroner is 2-day horse ride away,
Well,
right?
What,
This is
53?
53, so
So it's-
1953.
So
It's
like a 6-hour Model T freaking drive away.
53, so it's good. It's an hour and a half, 2-hour drive.
Right, but they're only coming out once a week
Yeah, I know. Again,
because they're coming from Salt Lake City.
One, it's hot.
so gross. And
It
it's
is gross.
hot. They're like West Desert, so depending on the time of the year, it's unbearably hot. So
Yep.
by the time the coroner gets out there, there's not going to be much left.
It's
Like-
either unbearably hot or perfect temperature for a dead body.
let's specify unbearably hot. There are days where it gets up to 109 degrees Fahrenheit. That is
Unbearably.
Unbearably hot.
And 0% humidity, so
Yeah.
you're literally like making beef jerky in this morgue.
beef.
No.
Wrong kind of beef jerky.
No.
So anyway, locals believe that the treatment of these dead bodies left something behind.
I can see that.
A new hospital was eventually built at the
I'm gonna come back. You could see that.
I can see it because of the way they were treating the bodies. Just
I
leaving them
can't
there.
see that because of the time and the understanding of the process and how things were going. Like, if you're in a time and a place where you know I'm going to sit in this room for a few days before the coroner's going to get here, there's no disrespect to the body because you understand that's what's going to happen.
Makes sense. I take back what I said.
I
That
am not
makes sense.
disrespecting
Nope.
this body. This is how things are.
But-
This is how I have to do things because this is what I
It's
have.
Yes.
it's 1953.
But we know what our
Ice.
limited.
We know what the limited resources are, but you still had individuals of negligent of care. You still have quality of care that you're supposed to take with deceased individuals. And the fact that you didn't even dig a root cellar or throw some ice down wherever you've got them.
But it's not like
it's
they're
still-
stacking them in the corner like cordwood.
But
Right,
you don't
it's-
know that.
I
They
know.
could have been.
No, it's so you're right.
They're
It's
on
not like
stretchers. They're in a morgue.
it's not like your funeral home. I think he's in Louisiana where they are literally just stacking bodies to stack bodies because he's making money off of it. But there's still, I think, a disrespect to the person where you have them there and they're just sitting in a warm room.
And this goes to they should have been building a freezer for them. It's the 50s.
It's the
you
50s.
You have the technology, you have the time, you have the resources.
We've been
it says it's underfunded. They didn't have the resources.
even under funding, if you've built that hospital, it should have been there. We've been doing this body care of people since the Victorian age.
We also have retrofitment. Since I'm not defending,
I know.
we just need to not throw this judgment at the wall like we do.
I think I can throw this judgment at the wall.
I will.
It's not like, even though people think Utah's backwater, it's not like we're backwater individuals who don't understand the processes that bodies go through or that it's going to take a while.
At the risk
there are
of
some
offending our
things-
Tooele listeners, that there are none. When was the last time you were in Tooele?
There's nothing out there.
A year and a half ago.
It's freaking backwater.
He's got you there.
When I was last out there, there's
got you, Pip.
not much back there.
It's
There's still a quality of care that has been established.
I'm
even
going to
in
say
the 50s,
in the
you've got
50s, you
individuals.
have got 1900 conditions in Tooele.
Again, you still have that pre-establishment of what that is.
Okay, so
I'm
we
sorry
agree.
about
Some
the
of
argument.
we agree. Some of us think it's disrespectful. Others think that it's not.
I
Regardless-
didn't say that. I
regardless,
just want
The
to.
locals think that it was disrespectful and that the land
Oh, your
carried.
backwater individuals thought it was disrespectful.
Anyway, the land carried the scar.
Get your eyeballs away.
The land carried the scar, and that's why it's haunted.
Michael, when did those locals give their opinion?
Probably in the 50s.
Probably shut the hell up and keep reading.
So anyway, the new hospital was eventually built. At the time, it was considered state of the art. So the hospital did have facilities for dead bodies after it was built after the 50s. So placated. Over the years, it did fall into disrepair. The original building was used for elder care storage and later used as a paranormal tourism. That's the Asylum 49.
Want to know why we're putting our elders in the same place we're putting our storage?
Hey, it's storage. Storage is storage.
It's Tooele. We don't give a shit. We'll put the elders in the same place we put the used catheters. It's cool.
Why are you keeping used catheters?
What is an old folks home but old people storage? And I say this as somebody who has worked in a facility and I have family that runs one. Like, I don't think socially we really care about our elders. And so I think old folks' homes are storage for old people.
Yeah.
It's a way to keep them out of sight, out of mind.
I don't know. Having a wife who often frequents the elderly facilities to take a dog in for a service visit to bring them some sort of joy. I don't know. I think there's some of us who care.
I do think there's some care, as like the one I worked in high school. I did have a gentleman who, after the end of every one of my shift, was, take me home with you. I don't want to be here anymore.
Yep. The places she goes is typically they have the mental stuff, the
memory care?
The memory care. Thank you.
I'd say that's the one that my in-law runs. They're like the one our grandmothers and they're more apartments. They're a little bit more lively, but there are some of them that are
It's a
sad storage facilities, and the one that I worked in was a sad storage facility.
I agree.
That's the one that great grandma was in. From what I remember, as a sad storage facility.
We're not.
Let's
not go there.
No.
So anyway, this location has inspired assorted stories like The World's Fastest Indian and Stephen King's The Stand. And if you haven't seen The World's Fastest Indian, I would highly suggest it. Anthony Hopkins is great.
What's the tie-in to The World's Fastest Indian?
Just that it was filmed in Tooele.
Well,
It's a Tooele and the Bonneville Salt.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, and that's where the actual story takes place in reality is the Bonneville Salt Flats.
And agree. Watch the movie. It's fantastic.
well, that theater that we talked about a couple episodes too has one of the Indians that raced on display.
Yeah, throwback to the little sticky fingers on the inside of the glass.
Creepy.
It was one of the displays that
I know,
was a pain in the butt.
That we always got to show for. You didn't clean it well enough.
Well, I don't have the key for the inside.
What the heck? So, haunted attraction Asylum 49 opened in 2006. It's owned by Kim Anderson. Anderson was a self-described skeptic who, over time, repeated experiences changed his views. Staff and investigators report disembodied voices, objects moving, shadow figures, and strong emotional sensations. Why do we think that strong emotional sensations are a part of hauntings?
Well, in this one particular, right, it started out as a poorhouse.
Right.
So right, that's where you've got families who can't afford to live and owe people money. That's where they're being shipped off to stores. So you've got feelings abound that way. You have a hospital, so you've got sick people. You've got a lot of trauma going through. You have a care facility. You've got a lot of feelings running through. So I could see them sticking and staying.
Okay.
And you look at skeptics and people who are there to kind of debunk this. What's the only way you're really going to get through to these people?
That's fair.
A very strong emotional feeling. Something that makes them want to cry. Something that makes them want to scream. Something that makes them want to, run away and hide. What better way for a disembodied spirit to get their point across than to invoke a strong emotional feeling?
I like it.
I say we talked a little previous one about poltergeist, and that's the theory of them is it's coming with strong emotions.
Right. So anyway, one of the most well-known spirits of the hospital, the other care facility, is known as Wes. He is believed to be a former patient of the care facility and reportedly suffered from Alzheimer's disease, which is awful disease. At the time of his death, he was confused, he was afraid, and he was in emotional and physical pain. Paranormal investigators believe that he carried those emotions into the afterlife, and the former room that he stayed in is actually one of the most active areas.
Oh, and we go back to that previous question you asked of strong emotional sensations. So if our spirits are dying with this emotional and physical pain and they carried those things to the afterlife, what are they going to be transferring back to us? What state are they in? Emotional and physical pain? I'm going to share those with you so you know I'm here.
And that leads to the idea that a haunting is actually just an echo. And so if you're feeling that pain and you're feeling those emotions, it's just echoing through time and repeating itself over and over again, rather than just a haunting.
I think there are differences in hauntings. I
There's-
think there are echoes. I think there are physical hauntings. I think there are emotional hauntings. I think there are I think there are different levels of hauntings, echoes being one of them.
Okay.
I was going to say, like what you mentioned with your story with down in Lake Shore. Yep, that could be an anniversary haunting.
An echo,
Yeah.
an echo in time, right? Fully would
It makes
think
sense.
that would be possible, because it's not malicious. It's not. It's literally I'm on repeat.
Right.
An echo.
So anyway, during one investigation, a medium attempted to help Wes cross over. She claimed that there was a dark entity attached to his back, and it prevented him from moving on. Some believe that this entity is not a demon, but is the weight of the Alzheimer's itself. Others fear something more sinister is feeding on him.
Not to be over talky this episode, but I'm not sure that it's something more sinister feeding off of him. But I also feel like if I don't like the Alzheimer's lingering weight. That just doesn't jive for me.
I think it's more trying to explain, this medium claims to see that, I do have some skeptic mediums, but that's another story. Something on his back. And I think there's this call to not maybe call it demonic, because usually when we talk about things that are leached on or latched on, people think it's more demonic. So I think it's just a way to differentiate, maybe explain why there's this thing that they may not necessarily know why.
I don't necessarily think it's demonic. What's that really good? My wife's going to kill me because it's her favorite horror movie and I can't freaking remember what it's called.
I need more.
The Grudge?
No, it's a
No.
house. It's a house and there's one spirit that's holding all of the spirits.
It's 13 Ghosts.
Yes, that one.
It's a good one.
If this is a very highly haunted area, and why isn't it one spirit holding all the others? You know? I'm not saying that's what I believe. I'm not saying that's what this is, but like
That's what it could be.
throwing another thing out there, right?
Possibility.
Anyway, let's talk about the Lee family. Samuel F. Lee was a local Mormon bishop, and his family once lived on the property. His son, Thomas, tragically died at 7 on the property. Visitors report seeing a young boy matching Thomas's age, playing pranks on guests. Samuel Lee also reportedly appears. He is said to speak to visitors and talk to them about his successes and the good he's done in life. Many believe that it's simply a father and son still seeking to connect with love. There is also the man in black. Numerous reports described a man dressed in black seen entering the patient's room. Sightings occur shortly before the patient's death. Some believe that he is a harbinger of death or a wayfarer guiding souls to the other side. Patients have reportedly seen a nurse figure. She appears near glowing or darkened doorways, believed to gather by a portal. This portal is often seen by patients close to death. No records confirm her identity, but sightings persist.
So she gathered by the portal or guarding a portal?
She's guarding the portal. Sorry, that was my reading too fast.
Nope, you're good. I think that's an important distinction to make, right?
It is.
So if this nurse is guarding a poidal, and you know, ushering people from this life to the next through a portal, I think that's a very important distinction. Not to like point out a misreading in what we were doing, but
Yeah, that's twice now.
yeah, maybe you should stop doing it.
Just stop right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
So, is Asylum 49 haunted by a tragedy?
Probably.
Definitely.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you got all sorts of things there because what we've talked about, there's military base out there. There's an old mining place out in Dugway. There's all sorts of stuff that, where do they go? They probably go to that hospital. They die there. And then the mistreating of bodies, all sorts of things.
We also have ley lines running through Tooele, and that's going to attract all sorts of stuff.
And Pam, for those who don't know, what are ley lines?
They're natural energy fields that run through the earth. There's a lot of belief that ley lines attract hauntings, cryptids, paranormal activity.
UFOs, all of the pyramids are on the ley lines.
Okay.
Stonehenge is on ley lines.
Mythical, paranormal stuff seems to happen and take place near and on ley lines.
Okay.
And Tooele is not necessarily directly on, but it's close to a couple.
The ley line field, and on one map it was close to a major intersection of ley lines.
Right. So anyway, one thing is for certain, the walls of Asylum 49 remember everything. Are there any last thoughts on this? I know how we all feel about ghosts. You all are ghost fans, and I'm the skeptic. I don't think ghosts exist.
So where do you lay on this one?
I think it can be a couple of things. I think energy plays a lot with how people feel and the emotions, and going into something with the energy of, oh, I'm gonna get scared, or oh, this has happened and this has happened and this has happened. I'm gonna have a haunted experience. You're gonna have a haunted experience. I don't think it's a haunting. I think you're just playing with that energy.
Having driven past it, been in its close proximity, really I don't get anything more than a schoolhouse vibe from it. So I'm gonna say it's what people make of it, not necessarily that there's a dark energy or a haunted energy coming from it. I tend to be a little bit more sensitive to those types of things. Don't get it from this one.
Okay.
I think it's when they turned it into the asylum is when they started ramping things up.
So you think it's haunted?
Could be.
I'm saying more like that they're feeding into some sort of energy because they've got that half that is that haunted
Right.
attraction. So it's feeding in.
Like I said, I was looking at a house. I was like, within blocks of it, wouldn't have hesitated to buy a house there. Like, and the energy wasn't dark to me. And I've been in very dark places, so.
Any last thoughts? Okay.
Go. I mean, it's an open attraction. Go check it out for yourself. I mean, Asylum 49, every haunted season, they run tours and stuff. Go check it out.
I have a buddy that went through it. He said it's really cool.
Yeah, it's supposed to be one of the creepier ones in Utah. I think that one and then the Nightmare on 13 are supposed to be the haunted houses in Utah. So
They used to do one at the Provo Crazy House.
They stopped.
That was the worst one.
They stopped that
It was
one
horrible.
for liability issues a while ago.
that one was horrible. Do you remember the spook alley your mother did? That was.
What do you mean
horrible.
your mother
well,
did?
there's horrible, and then there's absolutely terrifying.
Like that
Oh,
one.
you're saying it was
It was,
terrifying.
no, it was pretty gnarly.
It was legit, like, gut wrenching.
Peed your
Okay.
pants.
No,
Left with a little skid
3
marks.
drops.
Just a little tingle. But that one ended because of liability issues for both
Patient.
the patients,
Oh.
because they had that's who ran it were the patients.
Oh.
It was
Yeah.
in a functioning everyday insane asylum.
Oh. That would be
It was intense.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Cryptid Hauntings. We sincerely hope that you have enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Cryptid Hauntings. You can also email us with your stories for future listener episodes at cryptidhauntings@gmail.com. We would also like to thank you very much for all of our listeners. You are the reason we do this. So until next time, spook you later.